Good morning and welcome to the sports management session of our virtual admitted students day events or week events in a virtual environment. My name is Dr. Veronica Guerrero, and I am a professor and the associate dean in the School of Management, responsible for all the undergraduate programs and majors for the school. And with that, we want to welcome you to today's webinar about the sports management programs within the School of Management, a minor and an emphasis. As the world is experiencing an unprecedented public health crisis, the School of Management at Cal Lutheran is committed to providing the best educational experience that our students deserve. Whether virtual or in person, we create an environment that provides both insight and inspiration, and that nurtures and challenges a vibrant community so that we are moving forward together. As you can see from the slide, the School of Management offers 4 different undergraduate majors in accounting, business administration, economics, and hospitality and tourism management. Within the business administration major, we have several emphasis areas, including the sports management emphasis. We also have multiple minors within the undergraduate program in economics, sports management, and entrepreneurship. We have many graduate programs within the School of Management that include the Executive MBA program to an MBA in financial planning. We also have a minor in financial planning in our undergraduate program. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that. The management in science, quantitative economics, and public policy and administration. And part of our offering to our students as well for undergrad and grad is that we have a 4+1 program, which allows you to move from your undergraduate program seamlessly into the graduate program and complete both programs in 5 years while also obtaining some significant cost savings. And with that, I'd like to introduce our host for this session and the professor that is responsible for all of our sports management initiatives, and that is Dr. Bruce Gillies. And I will allow him to take on from here.
All right, excellent. Excellent. Thank you so much, Dr. Guerrero. I really appreciate it. Hopefully, am I coming across okay? Can you guys hear me all right? All right, perfect. So again, thank you guys for joining us today. It is a pleasure to be able to address you and let you know about our exciting program. I'm certainly excited about it. I know that we've been trying for a long time to get the sports management program up and running. And it's been a long road, but we have, as Dr. Guerrero mentioned, we have both a minor right now for those who are not in the business administration area. And then if you are in the business administration area and want to get involved in sports management, we've also got an emphasis. So even if you're not in the business administration area and you still want to get involved with sports management, you can get a minor. Or if you're in business administration and you want to pursue sports management as an occupational field, you can get an emphasis area there. And again, these classes are going to contribute to your ability to get employed. And we have with us today one of our graduates from the sports management program, Morgan Saltzwedel. And Morgan, we are very proud of because she was actually our very first Cal Lutheran varsity football player. She played football, how many years, Morgan? 2 or 3 years?
I still have 1 more year, actually. I played 3 years, so I'm going to go on to my 4th year this year.
Excellent. Wonderful. So super. So, and Morgan also has landed an internship with the San Francisco 49ers, which I guess she's basically doing remotely right now as we speak, and will be obviously more engaged as the season gets a little bit closer. So we're very happy to have her with us, and she'll be talking a little bit more about her experience as we get towards the end of the presentation here. So why sports management, right? Why do we want to take a look at sports management? Well, we've got a couple of indicators that shows us that sports management as an industry is still a very, very powerful industry. You can see the numbers here, $76.05 billion projected revenue in 2020. That was pre-COVID-19. I'm sure we're going to see a little bit of a reduction in that, but certainly it is a very robust area. And when you think about the growth for jobs, right, just for jobs there, 12.6%, which is really a very, very strong perspective on what you could do with a a minor or an emphasis area in sports management. I also want to encourage you, if you have any questions during this, please feel free to type them into the Q&A area or into the chat area. Either one, it will work fine. So here's some of the areas within sports that you might find jobs, right? Such as sports performance, which is the actual elements of the teams themselves, working with the teams themselves. And we think about, front office people and back office people. And I think it's been calculated that it takes 5 to 6 people back office in order to get one professional athlete onto the field during that time, not on their way up through it, but during the time that they're on the field. So there's quite a few opportunities in that particular area. We also know that from a sport production perspective, again, the transmissions of the games, those kind of things are all part of the sport industry as well, right? Think of broadcasting, think of news, think of all the different sports channels. I mean, my goodness, there are so many sports channels out there now. I remember clearly when ESPN was the only sport channel. I'm not trying to tell you what my age is, but nonetheless. But now I must think there's like 20 or 30 sports-specific TV channels that are out there, not to mention radio. So there's a lot of opportunity there, And then the promotion opportunity. When you think about promotion, we think about the stores. We think about the NFL shop and the NHL shop and all those other different shops. And we're, just looking at the 4 big sports. What about all the other sports that are out there, the recreational areas, right? Think about America's Cup. Think about the Olympics, especially coming to Los Angeles in 2028. Olympics is going to be huge in our area. So we're going to be looking at, a lot of opportunities within the Southern California area for sports management jobs. When we think about the job growth, again, you can see specifically in sport teams and clubs, the growth was 19.5%, promoters 30.4%, and on all the way on down. Racetracks are a little bit down, but we can sort of expect that. So again, overall, a 12.6% growth opportunity for jobs within the field of sports management. Again, when you take a look at the employment favorable growth in these specific jobs, such as athlete business managers, agents, again, you can see that from the employment in 2014 to 2024 is significant growth there, 2.5%. Coaches and scouts, 5.9% growth. And again, general and operations managers throughout. Again, the entry-level education is a bachelor's degree, and we'll talk more about that in just a minute as we look at the requirements and where people are getting their degrees from for sports management. Here you can see some California elements. This is from last May of the mean salaries. For example, for the athlete business managers and agents, again, $92,820 was the mean salary for those folks. $40,000 for coaches and scouts. Again, this is across all areas, not just professional, but across all areas. We take a look at, again, general operations managers, again, an average of $133,590. So again, these are the averages. There's going to be a spread amongst those, but again, a great starting point to start looking at the potential for jobs in sports management. Here's where the bachelor's degree comes in. The purple area in these charts, again, for the different jobs, as you can see at the bottom, the athletic business managers and agents, 43.7% have bachelor's degrees. Coaches and scouts, almost 42% have bachelor's degrees. And general operations managers, 33% of those have bachelor's degrees. Far more than any of the other degree levels that are out there. Doctorate being in red, green being master's degrees, blue being associate degrees, and gold being some college but no degree, and high school being the gray area. So again, bachelor's degrees are the entry point for most jobs in sports management. So remember that we're always here to answer any questions that you might have. We know that this is a very difficult time for everybody with COVID-19 and everything. But we, again, as a university, we have built a strong community that is built to overcome exactly these kind of situations. And as that community is there to support you, we hope that you'll become part of that community as well. I'm going to let Morgan talk a little bit about her experience going through the program and how the classes that she had helped her obtain the position she has and helped her as a college athlete as well. Morgan, can you take a few minutes and talk to us?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm currently a junior at Cal Lutheran right now, going to be a senior this next semester. And all 3 years I played soccer and football. So I've obviously am very invested in sports. I grew up playing sports, and so I always knew I wanted to get into sports management, knowing I really wanted to get into like the business side of sports. And so when I saw Cal Lutheran had a sports management minor that I could take with my marketing major, that was huge. That was a really big reason why I chose Cal Lutheran. And so yeah, so far my classes, I've taken a class with Bruce actually last semester. We took sports psychology together. One of my favorite classes was actually Intro to Sports Management, really just getting a really good basis for sports management, for sports marketing, being able to also meet new people that are also interested in sports is really cool too. I'm able to network with them, knowing kind of what their interests are in sports, as well as kind of forming what I really want to get into the sports industry. And so right now I have an internship with the San Francisco 49ers as an event internship. And that's been super awesome. That's kind of been my stepping stone into the sports industry. And so getting that experience has been super awesome. Especially taking these courses have really helped me be able to network with people, and also kind of getting to know like my superiors, their job title and what they sort of do. So being able to learn a lot more about the sports industry and just getting my name out there, that I know that that's going to really help as I start my career in the sports industry. So if there's any questions, I'm happy to take any.
Yeah, thanks, Morgan. Yeah, and CLU is not doing sports management just as an academic aspect of that. Our sports programs, right, from all the different areas, are very, very robust, and we are very, very proud of them. We've had several national championship teams in baseball and volleyball. Football team, this is back in '72, but they again were national champions. So we put a lot of emphasis on the aspects of management in sports at the college level as well. So we are always in the mix. We've added new sports just recently, men's volleyball, and we've also added ladies lacrosse, women's lacrosse. So there's a lot of opportunities there for working with our sports teams, as well as the influences that our coaches have, and they're guest speakers for our classes in sports management as well. We've had Coach Ben McEnroe has been a guest speaker. Again, Marty Slimek is our baseball coach. He's come in and talked to us a couple times. So we've also had outside folks. We've had Chris Taylor, who was a retired NFL player, Super Bowl ring wearer, that's come and talked to our classes. So we've got a lot of connections with our community, right, inside and outside of Cal Lutheran. So
yeah, I was even lucky enough to get an internship with the intramural sports here at Cal Lutheran, and that's been super awesome. I've been able to sort of run my own thing with intramural sports, and so I get a lot of experience kind of managing my own team and also managing a lot of players, and so that's been super awesome to get that experience too at Cal Lutheran.
Hi, Bruce. You actually have a few questions here in the chat box. Our first one is from Sam, and he wants to know from Morgan, how did you get your internship, and did CLU help you find that connection? Do you mind addressing their question, please?
Yeah, absolutely. So Cal Lutheran is actually a huge reason why I got this internship. So like I said, I play on the football team, and so one of my coaches actually connected me with someone who was with the 49ers. And he was actually a CalU alum for the football team as well. So we were able to sort of network and bond over being, football players at CalU. And so that was a huge part of me getting connected with people at the 49ers. And so that's just where it all started. And now I'm on my second year of being in this internship, and I love it. So
thank you. That's great. We have a question from Jackson Bruce. He says he's a business administration major, and he also wants looking at the sports management minor. So can he take the extra class that it's offered? I guess Andre, you both.
Yeah, good question, Jackson. And basically that's where the emphasis comes in. If you're a business admin major, you take a couple of extra classes as electives maybe, and that would give you the opportunity to get the emphasis area. Same basic requirements as a minor. It's just that it's, instead of calling it a minor, it's an emphasis within business administration.
And then we have a question from Tommy. He said he's going to be a major soon, and if you can give a status on that.
Yeah, perfect. Excellent, Tommy. Thanks. So we have applied for the major, hopefully this coming fall. We're in the internal processes right now of trying to get it approved, and it's looking very good, but I can't make any promises at this point that it will be offered as a full major in fall. I would, if I had to guess, I would say 60% probability that it's going to happen. I think that no matter what, though, we're gonna make it happen, right? One way or the other. Eventually, it's going to happen. Whether it's this fall, whether it's in spring, or whether it's next fall. That doesn't mean you can't take the classes that are required for that major in the interim. The classes for the major, for the minor and the emphasis are all going to apply towards the major there. So,
Morgan has a. Oh, Morgan already commented. Yes, there is a sports communication major. So we do a lot of cross-listing of courses with the communication department, and I'm going to let Dr. Gillies talk about how he's really facilitated a lot of the cross-listing with our faculty and colleagues in that area.
Yeah. Good point, Morgan. Again, we've designed this particular major as really a cross-departmental major. There are classes in the sociology department, such as international aspects of sports and society. We have interacted with the broadcast folks in communication department, so that you might take a broadcast sports production class. We have interacted with the psychology department, again, for sports psychology. So it's really an interdepartmental program. So you get a very broad spread of topics there. So we're really proud of the coordination that we've used and with the other departments. So it is a departmental interdepartmental major for sure. So.
Yes, and we thank Dr. Gillies for really providing that kind of integration across with the colleagues in the College of Arts and Sciences. It does a lot, and it provides a lot of different perspectives in the classroom for our students. Jackson is asking, if the sports management becomes a major, would we still be able to get into the 4+1 program? And that's a definite yes, Jackson. The 4+1 program's open to both business majors as well as non-business majors. So it does not impact the ability to do the grad program at all. And most likely, your advisor would be Dr. Gillies. He's the advisor for probably 99% of our students that are in our sports marketing programs and offerings currently. So he helps to navigate so that you finish in a timely fashion, or according to your goals. Griffin's asking, could I theoretically major in business administration with an emphasis in sports management and a minor in Spanish? And Bruce, I'm going to hand that over to you. You have the most experience with that as students doing.
Absolutely, yes, definitely. Not just theoretically, Griffin, but actually, you could actually get a sports management emphasis and a minor in Spanish for sure. Yeah, again, if you are a business admin major, absolutely. There's plenty of flexibility built into the program for you to do that. And again, we have lots of opportunities for to get credits, not only just through sitting in the classes, right? So there's a lot of opportunities for non-traditional ways of getting units as well. So don't think that you're just stuck with taking the classes. There are a lot of other ways to do that. So many that I'm not even going to get into them here, but there's plenty of opportunities there.
Right. I would also encourage you all, we will be posting the business administration. If you weren't able to attend that session will be posted. It's for you to go back on and review. And Dr. Ranlu Andrews, who's a program director for business administration, talks a lot about some of these questions on how you do internships, how you have those experiential opportunities and all the different emphasis areas and minors and whatnot. So it really complements a lot of what Dr. Gillies is saying here today. Morgan, one of the questions that we had prior to this session is, can you speak to how the transition has gone into this virtual environment and what your class experience and support you're getting from your faculty are at this time?
Yeah, so it's definitely been a big change for everyone on campus, our faculty and students, but I think CalU's done their best in supporting their students and being able to make the transition pretty easy. Zoom's been really good for our classes, being able to participate we can share our screens once the professor allows us. And so we're able to still kind of present as if we were in class. Obviously, it's not the same, but it's the closest we can get in this sort of situation that we're in. And so I think Hallie's done a really good job at transitioning during this time.
Thank you. One other thing I was going to mention, since we did get a couple questions about the 4+1, is our grad and 4+1 session is today at 1 p.m. And that is actually offered by our grad, our associate dean for grad programs, as well as the program director or program manager for the grad programs. And we have a couple of students who are doing their 4+1 at different stages that are participating in that session. So that would be a great session to attend if you have more questions about the 4+1 program. Are there any more questions? Well, we appreciate all of your interactions and great feedback this morning. And we thank Morgan for joining us remotely and participating to give you some great insight on her experience in the program. And Dr. Gillies, thank you so much, as always, for your leadership and guidance in this area. There's actually one more question, Dr. Gillies. Griffin noted that he has read that there's a possible internship with the Lakers. Do you know anything about that? And then I'll let you close.
Okay, yeah, perfect. Super. Yeah, good question, Griffin. So we have a lot of different internships. We've had people with internships with the Clippers. I don't remember of anybody with the Lakers yet, but certainly the Kings. We've had folks working with the Rams. Again, the Rams are right on campus, so we have you can see their facilities right from our buildings on campus. They're right up behind us. So we have a lot of opportunities there. Again, our career services office is actually the focus and where you go to get all your internship information from there. I get offers for jobs and internships 2 or 3 times a week from various teams. We've had folks working with the Ontario Reign, the hockey team. So Southern California needs people to do the internships. I mean, it's almost like we don't have enough, particularly again with the Olympics coming up. That's going to be a huge demand for sports management people in the area, and not only internships with the Olympic team right now, but Paralympics is also going to be an opportunity. And we've also formed a relationship with Cal State Long Beach, who has a master's program in sports management, and they are sharing a lot of their internships with us as well. So we've got a lot of opportunities there from the sports industry itself, from connections that we have with people who are agents and marketing folks. And a lot of different opportunities there. So we've got plenty of opportunities, I think, to answer your question. Whether it's specifically with the Lakers or not, I couldn't tell you right now, Griffin. But I would certainly be willing to see if we can reach out to them and establish that. Any other questions at all? Again, thank you guys for joining us today. I think hopefully it's been informational. And again, please reach out to me if you have any questions at all. My contact information is here. And again, my phone is forwarded to my cell phone. So please give me a call or email me with any questions that you have. Stay tuned for the more information on the major as we get it available to us. And again, maximum thank you to Morgan for joining us today, taking time from her schedule to do that. And again, thanks to Dr. Guerrero for setting these all up, because again, coordinating all of these is a challenge. So if you have any other questions, again, please let me know. Well, have a good day, everybody. And again, we look forward to seeing you on campus.